Hi, it's Valerie D'Ambrosio, and welcome to the Connection Coach Tune-Up. Today I wanted to speak about what's occurring astrologically, and no, I'm not an astrologer. I'm just definitely intrigued by it, and I have been since I was 15 years old. I'm not incredibly great at the science aspect of it. That's why I lean in on a few different experts. So I wanted to speak about the fact that there are two eclipses occurring, a partial eclipse that just happened this past Saturday night, and then we have a full moon eclipse that's happening in 2 weeks. And it's a really potent time right now. It's a time, this is my languaging around it, it's a time where there's a lot that's going to get uprooted. And in that uprooting, it's an opportunity to look at our shadow side, the things that we aren't necessarily so proud of. And this might stir up a lot of deep emotion for people. Because ultimately what's happening is that as we move forward and we get conscious and we get clear about, okay, this is what I want and this is what I want to move forward to in life, it also means that we have to make space and room for what we want to bring in. And sometimes that means letting go of old patternings, old stories, people, and beliefs that we have about our own selves. And this past weekend, I don't know if you all felt it, but it was an intense new moon for me personally and a few people that I was speaking with, where I was truly brought to my knees, and I was in this place of feeling so much emotion at one time. It was joy, abundance, it was pain, it was sadness, it was grief, it was fear, it was rejection, it was so many different things. And I allowed myself more space to go through it, so I ended up canceling a lot of different things, and I allowed myself to drop in and to reach into my toolbox and use as many tools as I could. And so it's in those times that it's so important to look at, what about my life am I worried about, and how maybe I might not be seeing the aspects of myself fully and loving them unconditionally. So I'll tell you what I mean by that is that I realized that I was opening up in a certain way in my life. I was allowing my heart to open in a way that I don't know if it's opened ever in this lifetime, and if it has, it was a very long time ago. I also had stories attached to it that I'm too much, that I'm not good enough, that eventually I'll be left and rejected, and all these different stories. And I could go back to story after story about where these came from. And the thing is as I was sitting there with myself and leaning into resources, which was basically journaling, talking to myself, mirror talk, EFT, calling believing eyes, girlfriends that I knew would be supportive to me, I realized that actually it wasn't a matter of these past things that I was afraid of being too much for or rejected from. It was me and the times that I've rejected myself and I didn't allow myself to love those parts of me. And so what I did this weekend is I just created space to fall in love with me. The parts of me that are intense and so energized and so big, and the part of me that loves to talk so much and take up space, and all of that, the parts that I've made wrong for a really long time. And I realized that if I want to really create a life that I want, that I really want, it's imperative that I own these parts of me and I love them. And so right now I'm experiencing a love affair with me, and it's phenomenal. So in this time, again, this 2 weeks, it's a big time. If stuff's coming up for you, and I mean this in the kindest way, good. It means you're ready. It means you're ready to experience. So dive in, lean in, use your resources. I hope I see you this weekend in Edwards, Colorado. I really do. It's a 2-day immersion where we dive deep specifically for these kind of things to really break through and unlock the power inside of our own selves by empowering our own selves. So lean in. If you want any support, please reach out, Valerie@ValerieD'Ambrosio.com. I look forward to hearing from you. And as always, because you deserve it, expect great things.